Welcome back, everyone, to Dungeon World. In our last episode in this Egyptian hijinks adventure, our party had found a procession where they are escorting the pharaoh, or the dead pharaoh, his sarcophagus. And as they were having a wonderful discussion, getting annoyed with each other, this priestess had showed up, completely snuck up on them. That means that she's a better thief than our thief. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Showed up, Urra.
All right. Now, Arye, Urra, you are not technically completely wrong, but she's super confused. She's like, aren't you supposed to be part of the procession? Why aren't you lending your strength to helping carry the king?
Well, you see, I forgot my armor.
She looks at you, noticing your huge form and your sculpted features, and she's like, "You're not even an elf. You don't belong to the Scias. You don't belong to a clergy. Why are you here?"
Well, you see.
Give me Defy Danger of Charisma.
He's the one who's having to defy danger instead of me.
Yeah.
Did you want me to try and like break in?
How bad did I do?
Arye.
Oh.
Arye, you have a decent excuse here, or you believe you do so, and it goes, well, you see, we got lost here. This is my old hometown, and this is an important part of it. The priestess, hearing this, begrudgingly kind of accepts it, but she's really annoyed by that answer. She's got her head in her hand. It's like, there was better ways and better days to have come here. You're also completely suicidal. Do you even know that? She points to what she was doing. She's drawing a line around the room. And she says, I have to protect the treasures and this place from its great guardian, a beast that all men fear. Urra, you told me you had a trap hold.
Yeah.
Do you want to spend it?
Please.
Go spend it.
All right.
What are you spending it on?
I guess the obvious of, is there a trap here? And if so, what activates it?
I'll interpret that in the best light. Urra,
okay.
as Arye has let you be freed up to talk, you step out a bit, watching the procession, who are completely just leaving this situation. They are completely oblivious. They're heading over to the door here, which you realize that the priest's ankh seems to open. But as you do that, you notice from here, you see a small, little red forked tongue. Or, sorry, not small. It's large.
Oh.
Urra, I assume you start backing up.
Please.
You see the sand start to shift very slowly as you start to gauge that this thing is probably this long. Not 25 feet. Not 25 feet, although that would... No, yeah, it's 25 feet. Accidentally accurate measurements.
Accidentally accurate.
Accidentally accurate. All right, you're still in the conversation a bit. The priestess seems to be grudgingly accept that you're kind of an idiot.
Well, if this guardian shows, then we can run.
Yeah, I would like to see you try. Urra, you start to see a head popping out of the sand, slowly raising itself.
What kind of protection were you using to help keep it in line?
That's none of your business.
Because it's here.
Everyone looks shocked as you see a great asp, a massive snake. It starts to block the entrance with its massive body. It's starting to tower over all of you. Urra, you were in a you were the most aware of this. Give me your reaction while everyone else is kind of dumbstruck.
She runs the
Yeah.
opposite. She runs as far away as she can,
All right.
going this way along the wall,
All right.
if
Urra,
possible.
you get some distance, much needed distance. Arye, you and the priestess are just staring up in complete horror. The great snake has its mouth wide open, staring hungrily at you, Arye. What do you do?
I want to push the pillar over onto it.
You know what? That's gonna be a thing. Wrap your chain around it as you like quickly try to get it over.
Okay.
Give me
Bars
some
lifted.
bend bars lifting gates. Ah, choose
9,
two.
choose 2.
Okay. It doesn't take very long, and nothing of value is damage.
All right, you don't damage your chain actually.
Or the
Ooh, yeah.
ceiling that the pillar is supposed to hold up.
Yeah, you pull it with all your might. The pillar coming right down. Priestess herself is actually seemingly in complete shock at this. And as the snake is about to lunge forward, its head starts to impact against that heavy stone. Oh.
I'm just imagining it eating the pillar on accident, just like.
Ah! It accidentally eats the pillar to the face, but given that it's such a
Ugh.
huge creature and the pillar was not the biggest you could find, it has been deterred. Urra,
Okay.
you've gotten the farthest your near distance will allow you.
Okay, I
Before-
would like to. Yeah, I would like to pull out the bow and then like move a few steps off to the side to. Well, actually, hold on. Well, that might happen with the volley fire anyway. So hold on.
Yeah. Don't. I'm gonna interpret you as the best position until otherwise.
Okay. Re-equipping the bow,
You're re-equipping the bow.
attempting to volley fire.
Oh,
Yes.
do you still have your halfling damage on?
I clicked it off because I was doing melee at the time.
All right.
So go ahead and roll for damage.
Roll it.
Rolled a 2.
All right. You managed to land a solid. You land as much of a solid strike. The arrow looks kind of puny compared to its massive frame. As it's managing to finally like lift off the pillar with a nice doosh as it crashes about out. Arye, it's within reach distance as you're swinging your chain to your sides, I assume.
Oh yeah. I take my cane, lift it above my head, and slam it down.
It's a big snake. You're not that big.
Oh.
Like we're talking like
no,
25 foot.
Lift my. I'm saying lift my chain above my head and slam it down.
All right.
Chain down. The chain, not
I
the
thought
snake.
you
the chain.
meant his head. I'm like, geez, Arye
No,
is now
no,
a titan.
No,
Arye is now a titan.
no.
All right, give me that hack and slash. Give me that hack and slash. He's doing some fancy moves.
God. Okay,
Okay.
where's the roll?
I'll take it. Not any worse than what I could do.
Okay, there it is.
All right, give me your damage as you. Oh, did you do damage? Do damage.
My damage?
Do your damage.
Oh.
He's human though, right?
Oh yeah, you can re-roll this.
Ooh, yeah, I can re-roll this. I'm gonna re-roll this.
You went from. Oh my gosh! All right. You're
I tried
slashing.
to help.
You're slashing. You like scratch the top of its face. It's a smooth face. You're like putting red marks all over it. As it too has the reach range, it grabs its mouth wide open and it goes. Arye, you're in a dark place.
What the fudge?
I mean that Arye is now in its mouth.
I get that. It's that big.
Arye, this is a bit terrifying, but you're inside its mouth. Rania, oh shoot. The priestess, she sees this and sees that that this person's about to suffer. She looks over back to you, Urra. She pulls out her mace. She's decided to take a stand.
Woo!
All right, she's charging forth, but that snake is starting to curl around. Now that it's not having its mouth open, it's starting to more or less try to encircle the area. Trying to make a small circle. So now there's like a circle of snake. And as you can see, the priestess is actually getting within that circle.
Uh-oh.
So it's like you got a lot of snake there. Urra, I
Okay,
assume you will support, no doubt.
Yeah, it's still probably best for me to just stick with range because it's the most reliable damage.
Yeah.
Oh
All right.
my
You
goodness.
aim for its
What?
head. And you volley.
Okay. I do want to point out I want to start moving this way, closer as I'm like slowly every
Yeah, there's
turn.
more height here, so that's probably a wiser choice.
Woo!
Oh, give me some damage. Give me some damage, because
Yeah.
all right, you land a great wound.
Whoa.
You land a great wound right into its spine, its back. It still holds on to Arye as fierce as it can, but you see it like visibly like shake out. And adding to this, the priestess has added an extra 1. Because when she strikes, that mace, it hits into the snake, and you see this force shockwave itself. It visibly actually curls back in from the raw power of this all. And Arye, you are forcefully ejected from the mouth.
Is it sad that is it?
Arye, you find yourself wet and like all sorts of confused as you stumble out and you roll onto the floor right next to the priestess. She seems to be tending over to you as fast as she can, while the snake is still reeling back from the impact of that blow.
Is its
This
mouth open?
no, the snake has actually, like, you know how it has like a coiled circle around this area, like a small arena.
Yeah.
It's basically
Yeah.
retreated behind its own big body. So it's like high hanging low to the ground over here. But all right, you're recovering quite a bit. Urra, the snake's vitals are being protected while your friends are entrapped within the artificial arena.
I mean, at this point, it's just I don't know what else to. I can't think of anything else other than move over here to get a better angle and shoot at him again.
The priestess asked you, please, I need to staunch him of poison. This thing will kill him if it's poisoned him for sure.
Okay.
As she's saying that, her hands are starting to glow with a faint magic, or a powerful magic, I should say.
Urra then attempts to do suicide. Moves over here, then attempts to jump off and get on the back of the snake if possible.
All right, you attempt to make a distraction, one that will protect Arye. Give me some dexterity.
Dexterity. Yay, XP. I'm now at 7.
Okay,
I'm
okay,
gonna
I
die.
know what to do. I know what to do.
It turns
Alright.
around at the right moment. I go right into its mouth.
Arye,
Alright.
give me Constitution.
Alright. Right.
Yeah, Arye, give me Constitution.
Okay.
This is all good. Oh, you're trying your hardest to accept this magical force to heal within you, but it's barely reaching you. Just as you do that, you see Urra flung off as the snake reflexively lifts its head back, and you both all crash into each other. You're all in this like dog pile now. All right, you're slowly getting up as this thing has its eyes on you. It's definitely looking at you with the most attention, and it seems to have like the best control of range in its own little arena. Urra, you and the priestess were actually knocked out of the arena.
Wait,
She's
what?
picking her.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. You pick yourselves up. You're like ready. You're like ready to go back in. And then the priestess looks at you, and she sees something. You see her expression change. She notices that within the folds of your clothes, you have hidden that necklace. Her eyes go wide because she realizes you're a tomb robber. And the moment she sees that, she doesn't fight. She goes for you, and she gets her mace, the handle, around your neck as she tries to wrestle you down. Small halfling.
Ah!
She's like thief, desecrator. All those sorts of bad words. And Urra, you weren't ready for that, and you're kind of in a bad wrestling position. Arye, what do? This snake is staring at you, ready to get you.
Okay, so you're gonna have to bear with me on this one, but I want to pull out a torch from my inventory.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then wait for it to strike at.
Give me some intellect.
Okay. Let's be dumb.
All right. You get something weird. Let's put it this way. As you try to grab your stuff, you actually get your chain a little stuck upon you. But also, as this thing strikes out, it doesn't hit you. It instead gets caught in your chain and your torch, and it's so confused that it starts swinging its head around. And Arye, you feel that as you're still like stuck onto this, you're actually swinging around above the room.
I'm just like, just kind of.
Yeah. However, this snake has failed to attack you, and there's actually a torch really dangerously close to it, which means you might end up doing damage quite accidentally.
The thing is, I want to shove the torch down its billet.
I know. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Give me some strength right now as you attempt to start wrestling from your position.
Okay, strength. I'm actually good at that. One sec. Actually good. I'm not as good as I think I am. Apparently.
You loosen from your chain a bit as you fail as the torch falls out of your hand, and you are still swinging on this rope. This rope from a evil rope, the nope rope. And you take 4 damage as while you are stuck on this chain, you are hitting the walls and like the ceilings, and you're actually like swinging about in an erratic pattern here. So that's 4 damage. Ignore armor. Yeah.
Okay.
Urra, this priestess is really, really upset with you. Got pressing down her full everything upon you. And
Now,
unfortunately, you had your bow ready because it's like ranged. Then it's like, oh shoot, what do Urra?
a question: is she like behind my back and with a mace choking me, or is she
front? We're doing
front?
We're doing up. The problem is that she's taller than you. Big problem here.
How big was the necklace again?
It was like, I don't know. I'm like
Okay.
thinking like a sixth of your body in terms of.
Yeah, then okay, not long enough for what I was waiting to pull off real quick then.
You were gonna like choke on your own jewelry. Oh god.
Yeah, I was gonna
Well, the problem is
Yeah.
it's like this is a lot of like wrestling.
yeah. It was shoot. At this point, I can't think of anything clever offhand. Okay, at this point she literally just looks for a rock on the ground and then just tries to hit her in the temple with it.
All right. You're gonna hit this priest in her temple.
Hack and slash?
This
Or
is more like
strength?
defy danger, really.
Really?
So give me some strength
or-
rolling.
Okay.
Oh,
Yay!
you start to feel yourself slowly blacking out as as she's starting to really press down upon you, and the world is starting to fade. Arye, your friend is in trouble.
Okay, I'm gonna wait for it to swing me around. I'm gonna wait for it to swing me around and then let go so that I launch over there.
Oh, you're gonna man missile? Give me give me Dex. Give me Dex right now.
Oh Lord.
Here we go.
Oh,
Oh, come on.
No.
Arye, you go boom right into the pillar, just way too close above her.
Are we in the Flintstones now?
I don't know. The pillar, you crash off of the pillar as the priestess is really surprised to see this. But she sees that the pillar is about to crumble and crash, and it's got her and Urra in front of all this. Arye, I'm still letting you act. What will you do?
I wanna get up, yo, traitor, and then just punch the elf.
Oh my gosh. I wish that man missile worked.
Man,
The man missile.
All right, give me some strength.
Strength.
yes.
All right.
Ugh.
All right. I will do the thing that is important to do right now. All right. you get in. I need you to do class damage with your punch, but I'm not treating it as lethal at the moment.
Non-lethal.
But I will take off your slave chain bonus right now because that's in the snake.
Okay, yeah.
Give me some punch.
Punch.
You land a solid blow that almost took her completely off her feet. It was a really solid blow. You're going in for another one. She holds her Ankh up at the ready, and she starts an incantation. The moment she seems to be really desperate at this point. She's like flaring up. She's got her eyes glowing a bit, and you see that there is a sphere of flame starting to envelop her as you were going for your punch. That's ignore armor.
Okay.
Urra, your friend Arye has just gotten into a fierce battle, but that snake is still recovering, and it's got a big old chain hanging out of it. It's bloodied, it's kind of pissed, and it's getting out of its like a little arena style circle, and it's looking at you, the smallest. It's not in like reach distance yet.
Okay. At this point, Urra attempts to pick up her bow again and shoot at the giant snake.
Get the giant snake.
Volley fire.
All right, what's your downside?
She's probably panicking. I'll go ahead and take the ammo loss.
Perfect. You start to accidentally start you start shooting as many arrows as you can, multiple, one after the other. Give me your damage.
And halfling mage bonus still on. Okay, there we go.
You start shooting arrow after arrow. It's getting closer. You're getting desperate. It's getting close. It's getting close. It's getting close. It's about to get you. As you get one arrow, it goes and dies in front of you as you had just almost barely saw the white of its teeth. Arye, this priestess here and has a shield of flame completely stopping your assault. And she's like screaming forth. It's like you who dare to defile the gods will never or leave here alive and all that. Urra, she hasn't spotted you because she's super focused.
Backstab with a rock.
Oh yeah, you want to just do damage instead?
That was the guy. I was gonna knock her out. Was the initial idea, but that can work too.
It's yeah. All
So
right.
what do you want me to roll?
I'll do it real quick. Oh, look at that. She was not she was really weakened up by Arye at first. And as she's about to like unleash something, she's about to do some power, you hear and the flame shield like starts to dissipate, and as she's just completely like dumbstruck, she just falls in a heap, just right at Arye's, just completely out. All right, you look at Urra, who's got a nice little rock.
Well, we have a body to take care of now.
They take
Yes.
the whole sarcophagus with them, or just the body?
Oh, they took the sarcophagus, but there were other
Okay,
valuables, is what I meant to get there.
Okay. So what do you want to do with her?
For starters,
about,
she's loaded with jewelry.
Yeah, I get that, but we need.
you know that other room with those you know that room with the mummies, you know that other room we didn't go into? We could just throw her in there.
The other room we didn't go to?
Yeah, we could just throw her in
Urra, I would like to warn something. That door that the priest went through opened at the sign of an Ankh.
Does she have an Ankh on her?
Yes, she does.
Okay. Next question. Does it require her presence as well?
Most likely. All right.
Okay,
I'm letting
we
you get
probably-
onto the pedestal really quick.
there. Okay.
All right, you see some interesting gear up here. The first thing you notice, you're looking at several small urns, and as you look into them, you're looking at a total of 80 coins. Like that's not pitiful offerings. So you got that written down?
Yeah.
The other things you notice are very, very unusual. The first thing you see is that you see what almost seems to be like a long flail. It's got a handle, but its tail, so to speak, almost looks like a whip, and it's very, very clear, almost translucent even. It seems like a really, really strange weapon of some sorts.
What
Is
the?
this-
The other thing you find, Arye, is far more recognizable. You see a khopesh, curved blade, and as you look upon it, it's quite grand. Its bronze is polished to a perfect sheen. Its blade actually has like an extra. Um, it's got like it actually has a blade that runs parallel to the hilt. So it actually
Uh-huh.
stretches down enough so that it can actually hilt guard. And this thing seems like far more better crafted than anything you would find from the pit guards.
Would Urra be interested in this?
It's a really heavy blade,
It's a heavy blade.
right?
Well, I guess very interested in that whip. I'm gonna grab that.
All right, you're grabbing both the treasures.
Yeah,
All right,
I'm looking at the whip like what?
yes, very, very unusual. So let me just give them out. I'll just do question mark whip and question mark khopesh. So we still have some unidentified gear, is what we got.
Unidentifiable Gira.
Now, Urra, now that the big, strong person who can actually carry people around is done,
Oh my god. This is so.
you didn't expect a
Okay.
prisoner dilemma?
Yeah, I didn't expect the prisoner dilemma. Okay, so we probably need her awake to get out of here. A.
Okay, Arye, that's not a plan.
What? You can see that?
Yeah,
No, I
it's
I have
hide from
hide from others.
others, which means the DM only can see it.
Oh,
Moving
I
on.
didn't.
Moving on. Urra.
So we have a few options. She's unconscious. If I was to try and poison her with the golden root, it's that they think you're friends until they have reasons to say otherwise.
Yeah.
Which means, oh look, she already saw me have the necklace in place on my person, so I think that might counteract that entirely.
I would say for this purpose, like, just imagine like a slight memory loss.
Ah, okay. So
Like,
we got that.
like I'm gonna say like we can like you get a chance to start over.
Okay, but then there's the rest of this whole place that Urra's like half wanting to explore, and also just wants to leave.
Yeah, Scias is out there, and you saw that the procession um had gone away with its mysterious mission. Perhaps she knows what it is.
So Arye,
Yes.
I might be able to get her to help us to get out of here through that door. But side question, did you want to try to explore at all?
Particularly, we have those mummies behind us anyway. Who knows what they're doing?
And we'll also probably need a place to rest in the meantime, and if we are really going to keep her for however long.
So, what's the decision? Staying or going?
I feel like we should go.
All right. You carry Arye carries Ronnie. Yeah. As you get close to the door, her ankh, in her wrapped around her hand starts to glow. It seems that it recognizes her. This is basically the handprint. This is that handprint thing that you see in movies. But the door recognizes it, and immediately it opens itself up. The tunnel itself stretches out for an extremely long distance, possibly underneath this entire cliff and out of here. You find yourselves not only at the outside with the sunlight, but out in the distance, perfectly visible. Um, you can see the grand city of Scias. After having gone through that extremely long tunnel, you see no signs of your previous pursuers, and the city itself, which I have divided, in big or you know, you know, dinky little place and big place. Sorry, I know.
Big place, little place.
You find that you could set up shop by the Nile. Sorry, not the Nile. By the life giving river.
Life-giving river. I believe that was the original name of.
Urra, you
There we go.
would probably be wise to go first because you know that your faithful camel.
Goes up to the camel, hugs its leg.
All right. The camel is extremely satisfied to see you. Doesn't spit. I'm not up to that right now.
Right now.
And it would probably be wise to pack some like heavy blankets and get your cargo undetected.
Yep.
And so you do so. You guys find yourself a spare tent. Urra's small little caravan that she owns makes a perfect spot. And given that you have so much cover, some of the guardsmen here, they see like Arye traveling in tow of Urra, and they just think he's a slave that's owned by her. Good stuff. But you guys
Okay.
have made it, the great city, this jewel, this heart of civilization. You find rest in the shadow of the great palace and temples looming overhead ominously. And we find ourselves within a tent, resting ourselves up, bandaging, and uh, cleaning wounds.
You know, and
There's a good chance smelling incense.
You're gonna. All right, Urra, you have business to attend to with your guest.
Yeah.
My
Urra, you prepare something for your golden root.
Yeah, so I'd like to prepare some incense, golden root prepped and mixed in with some incense so I can get the whole tent filled
Alright.
with the smell.
Arye, I'm not sure if you want to be in the tent exactly for that, even though Urra's a good friend.
Okay, 0 uses now.
Yeah, but
Ah,
you are allowed to build. You are allowed to get more when you have downtime, and that's exactly what's kind of available. In fact,
yeah. So,
but
and
more importantly, the priestess is starting to stir. Goes,
oh, she's waking up. Someone get her some water. Hurry. You all right?
I get her some water, I guess.
I only remember.
Are you all right?
She starts to massage her head. I am, thanks to you, but you don't understand. It was important. I had to guard those treasures in procession. It's the most important day.
Well, there's a giant snake, so I thought it'd be best to see if we can get you out there alive.
Thank you. Really. I don't think I ever caught your name.
Urra,
I'm Rania, High Priestess of Ra.
a high priestess.
Yes. You see, we would never be given such much power if we weren't deserving of it.
Fair enough. I don't know much myself, sadly, or I would about the higher aspects of
Yeah.
the religions.
She starts to stand up a bit as she's walking towards the to get a good view of the palace. And she says, "The pharaoh of Otis to meet Neferhotep. It is supposed to be a grand meeting between the living and the dead. A union that will forever redefine history in the future. I'm not going to be there.
Why is it? What has already happened, or why can't you go right now?
I was supposed to be with the procession. It was supposed to be only as foretold.
You're supposed to go with the procession. Then why did they leave without you when the snake came?
She starts to think upon that. It seems like even she herself doesn't seem to understand that answer. You're not sure if like she got interrupted and that's why she's in this pickle, but she begrudgingly holds her hand to her face. Just like
Here,
she
Arye, got that water?
Alright, you
Yes.
graciously give her the water and she is extremely thankful. She's she looks at you and despite her previous like, affiliation in history, she says, "You're quite gentle for one of the for one of the slaves. I hope you're not too bothered by this. But this is going to be one of the most important events. One that will forever change the afterlife for all of us, our people. This meeting will give far greater power to our people than any other race of being, to be frank.
I don't know
Hmm.
how good that actually is
It's the most grand thing to ever happen.
for
Well,
you.
it depends on who the people are being spoken to are. Like, where the
The
I
pharaoh
don't know all the.
the pharaoh Neferhotep. He will be he who is so great and terrible, so grand. His will bring about and redefine the very rules that which define our death for us. We will be made separate, set apart. She does seem to be getting a little creepy here.
Set apart as how?
She starts to recite something with her eyes closed. Death will not. Death will no longer will no longer leave behind a rotting corpse. For our people will become preserved and find a path to the afterlife if we will all walk through. None shall ever need to fear the cold and harsh sting of death. As we will build a bridge through the afterlife, and no more need to be buried, no more need to build a tomb.
A question, if I may. Is this gonna be affecting just elves, or is this something that spans worldwide or countrywide? Or I'm
Well,
I'm sorry for the vagueness.
yeah. She says that we've grown and expanded so far that we could gather such life energy to make it even possible. We were erecting the statues of all the pharaohs before us. Every one of us is going to be compounded into this. The world itself may be completely shaken by it, by the rippling effect.
I don't know how much I like this.
All right, that sounds like real bad news.
There are things out there that might be best forgotten.
Rania starts to get up. I should go to my temple and seek atonement. And she seems to be about ready to leave. Unless you have something to say, Urra.
Did you want to witness it happen?
She immediately perks up. But it's like, in the palace.
Well, mate,
I'm essentially making it possible for you to get her help further.
yeah, but what we're looking for mostly is to try and get him out of here, which is just a case of. So, here, I have an idea.
All right. Do you want to let this happen?
I want to make certain this life force thing doesn't happen. So if we can get over there and stop it, because this doesn't sound good. This doesn't sound good whatsoever.
It doesn't sound good, and we'll see what our party decides on next as we take a break, and we will do something very important when we come back. See you soon.